Hi, today I am going to be explaining the Middle East. So, if you're going to learn about the Middle East, it's very important that you very quickly know that the Middle East is not just one singular region. It is in fact 3 different regions. And here I'm going to be explaining all 3 of them. So firstly, we have the Northern Mountains. These are places like Turkey, Armenia and Iran. Now this region of the Middle East is a vast mountain range, right? You've got lots of different mountains all over it. And these mountains have developed a strong warrior culture, and thus they would have the mountain guys, they would come down and take over the Fertile Crescent and they would rule the Middle East. Speaking of, the second region we have here is the Fertile Crescent. Now the Fertile Crescent, if it's not obvious by the name, is a massive strip of land stretching from Egypt to Iraq. And these places were able to do farming on a truly massive scale. And this has led to the birth of several civilizations in this region. Places like Egypt, Mesopotamia, the Canaanites, the Phoenicians, and the Jews. 5 civilizations, all created in this one little strip. And then that leaves us with the third region we have, which is Arabia. Now Arabia is a massive desert. The desert has several different tribes. However, there is one tribe that does the best, which is the Bedouins, which are these desert tribes from like the northwest, like here in Arabia, and they often just dominate the entire Arab Peninsula. And with these 3 regions, it leaves us with a world that is like as follows. You have empires in the north, they often rule the Fertile Crescent and oppress them, which as they have for the past 2,000 years. Just that our modern era, i.e. the world beyond World War II, is the mere exception. Now, and then you've got the Arab tribes where the Bedouins just control it and then just exist, I guess. Meanwhile, the various northern kingdoms and empires throughout history, like the Byzantines, the Romans, the Persians, the Armenians, and the Ottomans, and so on and so forth, have all fight over the Fertile Crescent, as it's a very, very important region that it gets conquered so much because it has such a crappy military, and thus it gets conquered all the time. Except our modern era is the exception to this. So if we were to make an accurate prediction of where the Middle East is going to go, well, a good prediction would be that the Bedouins, who mainly dominate Saudi Arabia, they are probably going to at some point dominate the other countries in Arabia, like Yemen, Oman, and so on. We already have our next potential empires in the Northern Mountains, countries like Turkey and Iran. They are rising powers. Thus, we should expect them to become the new empires in the Northern Mountains, and they will control and oppress the Fertile Crescent. Countries like Israel, Egypt, and Iraq will be simply pieces on the chessboard between the several empires in the Northern Mountains, which will be for us Turkey and Iran, while Saudi Arabia controls all of Arabia and they do nothing. Subscribe for more.